Hey prehabbers, a few weeks ago on Instagram stories, I asked this question about knee extensions.
Knee extensions, do you use them? Do you think they're safe? Do you think they're functional? Are they good or bad for rehab? Let me know all your questions right here in the sticker. I'll answer them for you.
And we heard your comments, and today we're gonna answer 1, are they safe? And 2, are they functional? Stay tuned. Hey prehabbers, welcome back to the channel. Dr. Michael Lau here. The first question that we have to solve right now is, are knee extensions safe for me? Many people just naturally assume that knee extensions are bad because they hurt. Just because something hurts doesn't mean that the exercise is actually bad. How we can describe an exercise that maybe you shouldn't do is just one that your body is simply not prepared for. For people that have knee pain, that have meniscus issues, patellofemoral issues, that joint is just not strong enough to handle the loads that we're placing on it. Knee extensions, do they place a lot of loads on the knee? They do. So what we would want to do is modify how we actually do them. As my knee gets straighter and straighter when I'm doing a knee extension, I have a lot less contact area between my patellofemoral joint or my knee joint, and the actual weight and resistance, because I'm using a free weight, is getting harder and harder as I go straighter. So what we would say is, well, we have to get your quad stronger if you have any sort of knee discomfort. So let's just use partial range. We could even go to maybe 60%, use a really heavy weight and go to 60%, or 60 degrees, because that's actually where our quad's the strongest. Now this same phenomena of editing or modifying an exercise is basically what we do when we're squatting. I think most people are just used to doing squats and modifying a squat. So say I'm standing up and my knee pain hurts, and I'm squatting, I'm like, ooh, right here it starts to hurt. So what do we typically do? We say, oh, let's just stay above that point, and let's just do partial range squats today. It's the exact same thing with the knee extension. So again, knee extensions, they're not bad for you. It's just an exercise that your body may not have the capacity to handle yet. So you can do things like partial range to build up that capacity so you can actually get your knee stronger. All right, so we determined that knee extensions are safe. They just have to be adequately progressed. But what about the next question that everyone asks? Are they functional? What does functional even mean? People typically think that squats, lunges, things where my foot is attached to the floor or closed chain is functional, whereas stuff if my butt's on the here and I'm kicking out is not functional. But that's just simply not true. Function should relate to your goals. Again, if you have a meniscus tear, if you have patellofemoral pain, if you have any sort of anterior knee pain, an ACL sprain, we know that your goals are to get your quad stronger. So anything that we do that gets your quad stronger, I'm going to say is functional. If everyone's like, well, how does it relate to function? Again, quad stronger, but think about this. You're a soccer player. You're kicking out. What if I'm going up and down stairs? If I'm going up a stairs and then downstairs right here, that's that same position. What if I'm kneeling on the ground and I'm kicking up like this? What if I'm coming here and I'm doing a pivot and a cut or just jumping? Those are all positions where from the load profile of what I'm exposing my knee to is very, very similar to what I'm exposing my knee to in this position. So again, that functional thing, we need to throw it out there, completely get it out there. Knee extensions are safe, and they 100% are functional for anyone going through knee rehab. Again, you just got to progress it at the right load and at the right time. So for you out there, if you've never hurt your knee before and you're asking, well, I've never done knee extensions before, I feel totally fine. I just squat, I do step ups, step downs, and do lunges. I don't need to do knee extensions. You're probably right. You have enough loads through these things and you're not compensating, which is the key. However, for anyone that's dealing with knee pain or has had a previous history with knee pain, there are tons of compensations that we see. So for example, in a squat, there's something called an interlimb shift. So if I'm here, say I'm 100 pounds, I have 50 pounds to my right side, 50 pounds to my left side. If my left knee is the one that I have a previous injury, like a knee injury, you're going to be subconsciously shifting weight over to the right. So even though I'm under the bar and I'm doing 95 pounds here, my left knee is actually not getting the whole half of that. And then from a side view, even if you're doing a single leg exercise, you can even shift within the leg itself. So if I'm here and I'm stepping down, I can put my weight in my heel, I can sink my hips back, and I can do what we would call a hip strategy in rehab. That's completely opposite of doing this, knees over toes, weight on the forefoot, okay? So when we do exercises, we will shift away from an area that is either A, painful, that which makes sense, and B, which is weak. And that's why sometimes if you are going through knee rehab, we can't just do the sexier exercises, the ones that you're used to doing, and you have to isolate the quad doing a more open chain isolated exercise like a knee extension. Guys, I hope you like this video. If you have, please like and subscribe. We drop new videos every Tuesday. And if you're currently dealing with knee pain, we have a knee prehab program that you can check out. A complete 16-week, 4-phase program. You will absolutely love it. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. How long was it? Like a minute? I don't even know if I hit everything on there. They just have to be adequately, keep rolling.